Hey everybody, welcome to Cut, Transform, Glue. So recently I was near the end of the trip that I take daily to my shop when I saw this trash bag on the sidewalk. I'm this kind of weirdo that when I'm like on the streets, when I'm outside, I'm constantly on the lookout for some interesting shapes, greeblies, and broken electronics. So this bag was kind of half open, and I was able to see inside of it this cute little laptop and this broken DVD player. Now, to be honest, I wasn't expecting to find much inside of these things. These were not like that big or that old, so I wasn't expecting to find that many pieces inside of these broken electronics. But I'm glad I went through with it. I grabbed them because yeah, the result was kind of surprising. So I took them inside. It was actually very near, like on the final street to my shop. So I took them inside, and the first thing I did was a full alcohol wipe. Yeah, these things were on the street. I don't know for how many hours or even days, maybe. So yeah, you gotta be careful and you gotta clean whatever you find on the streets. So I did that, and I actually put those away for a couple of weeks. I'm currently on the busiest couple of months of my entire life, like doing my finals on the college. So yeah, I put those away and didn't think too much about them. Now, because of this crazy moment in college, for the past couple of weeks, I wasn't able to dive deep into my scratch build project, so I had to think of alternatives. And this is when I saw these couple of broken electronics that I've saved and decided to actually take them apart with you guys together on video and see what's inside of it. So as you can see, I began with the DVD player, which I thought was going to be like the least interesting one. It's really funny how simple these things have become with time. And to be honest, that kind of worked to my advantage because it was very easy to get inside of this thing and actually take everything from it. If this was like a VHS player, I could easily lose like half a day on it, and most of the pieces would be like metal, which are useless for my projects. Now, from the electronics, I decided to save just this on and off switch, which will be very useful for a DIY project like a mini disc sander. But we all know that most of the interesting pieces are on the reader itself, and this is what I tackled next. And right away, I could find some old friends that I'll show in great detail on the end of the video. I've been collecting and taking broken electronics apart for many years now, and the way I do these kinds of things today is very different from what I did in the past. Like, for instance, I don't waste too much time on big shapes like I did in the past, like these black pieces from the tray. I know I won't be using them, so I just put them away. And with that, very quickly I get to the important stuff, the pieces that I know I'll be using and that I have space in my shop to put them away. Now from there I could go for the cherry on top, the tiny laptop. When taking these screws from the bottom of it, I found this woodworking screw, so I knew I wasn't like the first one inside of it. That sounded kinda weird. But yeah, right here I had the same look I had on the DVD reader. It was super easy to take like the shell from it apart, and I could go for the inside. One of the things that I love using from laptops is the keyboard, as you know, for some detail pieces. And these are some tiny little letters, so yeah, I'm saving the CDG letters for my collection, and I'm using the rest on my builds. The next couple of pieces, this aluminum shell and of course the motherboard, are not useful for my projects, but underneath the motherboard I found this cute little fan that I can use on a project, just like I did on the quantum computer project, which is still ongoing, but let's not talk about it right here. And as it just happened with the DVD reader, the shell of the laptop is not useful, so I'm not wasting any more time with it. Now, when I was taking the screen apart, my old camera corrupted the file. Please help me get a new camera. I have a couple of links on the description box. But what's important right here is this piece right here. You'll see that in a minute. Now, I'll be honest right here, it's kinda tricky to take an LCD display apart. But once you get inside of it, you can get rid of the actual LCD, which is made of glass and not useful at all. Then you take out this frame right here, which is kinda useful, but you get finally to the important stuff, which is, in my opinion, the acrylic sheet. As you know, I use a lot of laser cut acrylic pieces in my projects, and LCD displays are the best source for some good acrylic. I love when I find some, so yeah, I'm definitely saving this one. And with them, there's actually a couple of extra interesting things like these plastic sheets right here, which as you can see has an interesting effect, and I'm thinking of using this kind of stuff on a project that I began making recently. On this LCD screen, I also found a working LED strip. This is super good looking, so I'm definitely saving this one for a future project. And then I could go for the keyboard with all of these amazing tiny little square keyboard keys. Now, underneath each of those keyboard keys, there are some very interesting structures, but I have a ton of these, so yeah, I'm not even gonna bother saving these. And these are all of the unused pieces, mostly the shells of the electronics that I'm gonna properly recycle later. Now, let me show you something interesting. This right here is a piece from the DVD player. More specifically, this is the board with the buttons from it. And here's the thing, you can actually take these tactile buttons apart and find some very good looking tiny little details inside each of these. I love when I find those. Now, of course, you guys know me, I have a big collection of these, so I always make sure to properly stash them. And here are the best pieces I found on this last greeblie hunting session, including this one right here, which is the very same piece I used on the side radar on the spider bot project. Always fun to find some duplicates. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the video and the greeblies, and of course, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please, I'm on the hunt for a new camera. I want to improve the quality of the videos, so I have a couple of links on the description box where you can help me on this journey, and a special thanks to all of my patrons, which not only make all of these videos possible, but are here with me on this crazy journey, which is finishing college. Thank you guys so much, and thank you all for watching.